Welcome to Dragon Horde Gaming. In today's video, we're opening a collector's booster. Alright, come on. Easy. Alright. Card we're looking for is the PHYREXIAN VORINCLEX. Really nice to get that one. Or any VORINCLEX. Alright. Ooh, look at that. Look at those horrible scratches in that. It's like they don't even care. Valkyrie Harbinger, cost 6 for generic and 2 white. Flying lifelink at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 4 more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. This is one of those special cards that you can't get in the normal boosters. Tundra Fumarole, cost 3, generic and 2 red. It deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Add colorless for each no mana spent to cast this. Till end turn, you don't lose as mana as steps and phases end. We got full art. Foil Mythic number 1. Battle Mammoth. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 green. Trample. Whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell ability and opponent controls, you may draw a card. Foretell for 4, 2 generic and 2 green. Alright. Herald the King of Skimfar. Extended art Haunting Voyage, cost 6. Not extended art, but full art. Cost 6 for generic 2 black. Choose a creature type, return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. If the spell was foretold, return all creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield instead. Foretell for 7, 5 generic and 2 black. Foil Showcase. And a foil. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you look at the track line through that thing. Ooh. Alright. Move that down to here. We've got a foil Bright Step Pathway. Blight Step, sorry. And a Sheer Step Pathway. Alright. We'll go foil full arts. We got the Shapeshifter. Human Warrior token. Usher the Fallen. Weathered Runestone. Another foil Swamp. This one is in a lot better shape than the other one, but there's still some scratches in that one. Oh, this is from the Commanders. Crown of Skimfar. Cost 4 to generic 2 green. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each elf you control and has reach. Pay 3 to generic and green. Return Crown of Skimfar from your graveyard to your hand. Put that there. Full art Icebreaker Kraken. Cost 12. 10 generic and 2 blue. This spell costs 1 generic less to cast for each snowland you control. When it enters the battlefield, artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap during the next player's untap step. Return 3 snowlands you control to their owner's hand. Return Icebreaker Kraken to its owner's hand. Foil Waken the Trolls, cost 6 for generic red and green. Stage 1, destroy target land. Stage 2, put target land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Stage 3, choose target opponent if they control fewer lands, then you create a number of 4/4 green troll warrior creature tokens equal with trample with equal to the difference. Is that card supposed to be, the art supposed to be that faded on this? Looks like it's carved out of ice. That's probably what it's supposed to be. Alright. We got Rune Eyes. Jorn, God of Winter. Cost 3, 2 generic and a green. Whenever he attacks, untap each snow permanent you control. Coloring the Rhyme Staff. Cost 3, a generic blue and black. Tap it. You may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters the battlefield tapped. Alright. There. Foil Adgar. Foil Extended Art. Maskwood Nexus. Troll Warrior. Elf Warrior. So far, we've got 2 mythics. Hailstorm Valkyrie. Nullhole the Forge Master. Snow-covered mountain. Still pretty scratched up. King Narfi's Betrayal. Cost 3, a generic, a blue and a black. Stage 1. Each player mills 4 cards. Then you may exile a creature or planeswalker card from each graveyard. Stage 2 and 3. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among cards exiled with King Narfi's Betrayal. And you may spend mana as though it is mana of any color to cast those spells. Just normal rare. Extended Art Skimfar Avenger. Cost 2, generic and a black. Whenever another non-token elf or berserker you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Foil. Ooh, there's some scratches in that. Foil Pyre of Heroes. Cost 2, generic. Pay 2 generic, tap, sacrifice creature, search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature and has converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the creature's converted mana cost. Put that card into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Card Doom Scourge. Oh! There it is. VORINCLEX. Non-foil. VORINCLEX Phyrexian Writing. Oh, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Wow. Whew. That is beautiful. Now I'll just have to have paper written down what it says. Is that him there? Vega the Watcher. Oh my god, this was a double VORINCLEX pack. Both Phyrexian Writing. Oh my god. Oh my god. No one's going to believe this if I hadn't recorded it. Oh my god, 2 VORINCLEXes. Foil Phyrexian Writing and a non-foil Phyrexian Writing. Oh my god, that is beautiful. I didn't think I would get... Oh, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Wow. Wow. Alright. Now I just need to get Tybalt. Litjara Mirror Lake. Oops. I got cards in the wrong places. Spirit of Aldengard. A scratched up snow-covered forest. Tales of the Ancestors. Cost 4, 3 generic and a blue. Each player with fewer cards in hand than the player with the most cards in hand draw cards equal to the difference. Foretell for 2, a generic and a blue. Elvish War Master, cost 2, a generic and a green. Whenever one or more elves enter the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pay 7, 5 generic and 2 green. Elves you control get +2/+2 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Search for Glory, costs 3, 2 generic and a white. Wow, this is pretty scratched up. Damn. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow spent to cast this spell. Oof. All those scratches. Let me look here. Okay, at least this doesn't have scratches in it. Oof. That would have been horrifying. So, Ice Shaper. Egon, God of Death. Cost 3, 2 generic and a black. Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice Egon and draw a card. Throne of Death. Cost 1 black. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. Pay 3, 2 generic and black. Tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Draw a card. Alright, right here. So, Ice Shaper. And Reckless Crew Extended Art Foil. Cost 4, 3 generic and a red. Create X 2/1 Red Dwarf Berserker creature tokens, where X is the number of vehicles you control, plus the number of equipment you control. For each of those tokens, you may attach an equipment you control to it. Shard token, Dwarf Berserker token. Wow, I still can't believe that the Phyrexian VORINCLEX pack there. Oop, I am doing this backwards. Oh, we have a... Okay, that's weird. Okay. Snowland. That's a weird place to put that. Alright. Shepherd of the Cosmos. Kaya's Onslaught. Scratched up Snow-Covered Forest. And the face card of the Elf Commander deck. Lathril Blade of Elves. Costs 4, 2 generic, a black and a green. Menace. When it deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. Tap, 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life and you gain 10 life. Extended Art Cosmo Elixir. Cost 4. Generic. At the beginning of the end step, draw a card. If your life total is greater than your starting life total, otherwise gain 2 life. This strikes me as really odd. Like, how come it's not foil? It's just a generic rare card. It's not from a special set or anything. That is weird to have gotten that one. Blessings of Frost. Cost 4, 3 generic and a green. Distribute X 1/1 counters among any number of creatures you control, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. Look at that. Scratches going sideways across that. This is why I don't like foils. They scratch so easily. Draw a card for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Finn the Fangbearer. Toski Bearer Secrets. Oops. That goes there. Cost 4, 3 generic and a green. The spell can't be countered. Indestructible. Attacks each combat if able. If a creature you control deals combat damage to player, draw a card. Herald King of Skimfar. And Tergrid, God of Fright. Wait a minute. Yeah, Egon and Tirgrid are... Okay, I need to figure out how many gods are in this set. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 black. Menace, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from your graveyard into the battlefield under your control. Tirgrid's Lantern. Ugh, it's scratched up badly. Cost 4, 3 generic and a black. Sacrifice. A target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Pay 4, 3 generic and a black. Untap Tirgrid's Lantern. Alright. This kind of throws me off. It's going to go there. Bird and that token. Alright. Vega the Watcher. Dual Strike. Not so badly scratched up Snow-Covered Island. Canopy Technician, cost 4, 3 generic and a green. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Tap, add 3 green. Extended Art to Bolt's Trickery, cost 2, a generic and a red. Counter target spell, choose 1, 2, or 3 at random. Its controller mills that many cards, then exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card with a different name than that spell. They may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then they put the exiled cards on the bottom of their library in a random order. Foil Battle of Frost and Fire, cost 5, 3 generic and a blue and a red. Stage 1, Battle of Frost and Fire deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. Stage 2, Scry 3. Stage 3, whenever you cast a spell with controller mana cost 5 or greater this turn, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Null the Full Archmaster. And Blightstep Pathway non-foil. Ooh, and a foil Merit of the Frost and foil Extended Art Drago Necromancer. Cost 4, 3 generic and a black. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile that card with an ice counter on it instead. You may cast spells from among cards in exile your opponent's own with ice counters on them, and you may spend mana from snow sources as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Dragon token, Elf Warrior token. Okay. This goes here. Alright. Alright. Battershield Warrior. Ruin of Flight. Scratched up Snow-Covered Plains. Static Farmer, cost 4, 3 generic and a white. When it enters battlefield, search your library for a basic plains card and reveal it. If an opponent controls more lands than you, put it into the battlefield tap, otherwise put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Foretell for 2, generic and a white. Extended Art, Mystic Reflection. Cost 2, a generic and a blue. Choose target non-legendary creature and opponent. Choose target non-legendary creature. Next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers into the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of that chosen creature. Foretell 1 blue. Foil Calamity Bearer. Cost 4, 2 generic, 2 red. If a giant source you control would deal damage to permanent or player, it deals double that damage to permanent or player instead. Rite of the Frost. And Showcased Volky, God of Lies. Cost 2, generic and a black. When Volky enters battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card with they reveal this way until Volky leaves the battlefield. Pay X, choose a creature card, exile a Volky with converted mana cost X. Volky becomes a copy of that card. And then we got Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. Cost 7, 5 generic and a black and a red. As Tybalt enters the battlefield, you get an emblem with you may play cards exiled with Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. +2 loyalty, exile the top card of each player's library. -3 loyalty, exile target artifact or creature. -8, exile all cards from all graveyards, add triple red. Now I've gotten all the cards I want from this set. Alright. Narfi Betrayer King. And extended art foil Tyrate Sanctum. Taps for a colorless, pay 2, tap. Target legendary creature becomes a god in addition to its other types. Put a 1/1 counter on it. Pay 4, tap, sacrifice Tyrate Sanctum. Put a indestructible counter on target god. And a foil Tybalt Cosmic Imposter emblem to go with the Tybalt card. Nice. Alright. I'm almost done here. Oh, those VORINCLEXes. Alpine Meadow. Notvel Slumber Mound. Binding of the Old Gods. Foil Island. Ethereal Valkyrie. Enters the battlefield. Oh, sorry. Cost 6 for generic, a white and a blue. Flying. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Then exile a card from your hand face down. It becomes Foretold. Its foretell cost is its mana cost reduced by 2. Runeforged Champion. Cost 3, 2 generic and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a rune card, reveal it, put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. You may pay 1 rather than pay the mana cost of rune spells you cast. Here we go. Foil Bark Channel Pathway. Taps for green. And Tide Channel Pathway. Taps for blue. Herald King of Skimfar. Another Bark Channel Pathway. Full art. Those are beautiful. Now I have full arts of all of the pathway lands. Finn the Fangbearer. And, come on, camera. Cyclone Summoner. Costs 7. 5 generic and 2 blue. When it enters battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hands. Except for giants, wizards, and lands. Ooh, that's pretty. Angel Warrior Token. Alright. Is that right? Pack had either an alt art or extended art foil. I think so. Okay. Invasion of the Giants. Path to the World Tree. Snow-covered swamp. It's really scratched up. Cleaving Reaper. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 black. Flying Trample. Pay 3 life. Return Cleaving Reaper from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you had an Angel Berserker into the battlefield under your control this turn. Extended art, Pyre of Heroes. We already went over that card, and it's a foil form. Foil Ovar the All form. Cost 4. Jeez, look at the scratches in this thing. I'm gonna complain. It's like, I have a video here of these packs all being severely scratched up. It's like foil mythic being scratched up is not cool. Like, look right there, right above my thumb. There's a scratch going right across there. Ugh. This is one of the good cards too. Cost 4, 3 generic and a blue. It's got Changeling. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one or more of those permanents. When a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. Oh, this goes here. Agar. Sigrid God Favored. Did we go over that one already? Don't think so. Cost 3, a generic and 2 white. Flash, first strike. Protection from God creatures. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to one target attacking or blocking creature until Sigrid leaves the battlefield. Kaldheim Doomscourge. Foil Toski Bearer's Secrets signature. And a foil Kaya Inextricable emblem. Cool. Alright. Hell, the tokens aren't even as scratched up as some of these damn cards. At least the VORINCLEX it's good. Grim Draugr. Oh, I'm not going over the commons. Rune of Sustenance. 3 Seasons. Scratched up Snow-Covered Plains. Herald Unites the Elves. Oh, that's a rare. And it's not foil. It's so weird that they'd put sagas in here like that. Stage 1, mill 3 cards. You put an elf or Tyvar card from your graveyard into the battlefield. Stage 2, put a 1 counter on each elf you control. Stage 3, whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. It's so weird to have that. Extended art, Blood on the Snow. Cost 6 for generic 2 black. Destroy all creatures. Oh, choose one. Destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers. Then return a creature or planeswalker card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. Foil Doomscar. Cost 5, 3 generic, 2 white. Destroy all creatures. Foretell for 3, a generic and 2 white. Narfi Betrayer King. Cosma God of Voyage. And again, I have not seen the normal version of this. This is the third time I pulled this card, and it's this version. Cost 3, 2 generic and a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile Cosma. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield under control and Cosma is exiled, you may put a Voyage counter on it. If you don't, return Cosma to the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. Draw X cards where X is the number of Voyage counters on it. The Ulman Keel costs 2, generic and a blue. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play land cards from among those cards as long as it remains exiled. Crew 1. Igna Runize. And foil extended art. Search for Glory. Cost 3, 2 generic and a white. Search your library for a snow permanent card or legendary card or a saga card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow spent to cast this spell. I see Manolith, Elf Token. 2 packs left. I would like to pull some of the other mythic gods. Rune of Might, Crush the Weak, Scratched Up Foil Snow-Covered Mountain, Bounty of Skimfar. Cost 3, 2 generic and a green. Reveal top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them into the battlefield tapped, and an elf card from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Extended Art, Ascendant Spirit. Cost 1 blue. Pay 2 snow mana. Ascendant Spirit becomes a Spirit Warrior with base power or toughness 2/3. Pay 3 snow. If it's a warrior, put a flying counter on it, and it becomes a Spirit Warrior Angel with base power and toughness 4/4. Pay 4 snow. If it's an angel, put 2 1/1 counters on it, and it gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it becomes a 6/6 by the end of all that. This is basically a level up type thing. It's a pretty cool card, I think. Foil Crippling Fear. Cost 4, 2 generic and 2 black. Choose creature type. Creatures that aren't the chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. Phryrexian, Judge of Valor. Full Art, Mythic, Quakebringer. Quakebringer. Cost 5, 3 generic, 2 red. Your opponents can't gain life. At the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or in Quakebringer is in your graveyard, and you control a giant. Foretell for 4, 2 generic and 2 red. Alright, that's a full art, so there. Phryrexian, Judge of Valor. Oh, we got another god here. Scratched up, like all the others. Kaldheim, God of Kinship. Cost 4, 2 generic and 2 green. So I control 3 or more legendary creatures. Kaldheim gets +4/+2 and has Vigilance. Tap, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may look at the top 6. Sorry, the message popped up on my phone. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. The Ringheart Crest. Costs 2, generic and a green. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Add green. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell, the chosen type, or a legendary creature spell. Last pack. There we go. Here we go. Snowfield Sinkhole. Colossal Plow. Rune of Mortality. Snow-covered Swamp with scratches. Waking of the Trolls. I think I went over that one in foil. Yeah, already went over it in foil. Extended Art, Imistrum Predator. Cost 4, 2 generic and black and a red. Vampire Dragon. Flying, whenever Imistrum Predator becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and put a 1/1 counter on Imistrum Predator. Sacrifice another creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Dragon's Kin Berserker, cost 2, generic and red, first strike. Boast abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate for each dragon you control. Boast, 4/5. 4 generic and red, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Runize. Hingegate Pathway, taps for white. Mistgate Pathway, taps for blue. Null Forge Master and Blood on the Snow. I already went over that one, so. Bird token, treasure token. Okay, and that was the last pack. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed opening it, especially that one pack that had both of these guys in it. Wow. Well, if you guys like the video, hit that like, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid to comment, and for notifications, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.